Welcome back to the Swang Low Podcast Show, man. It is yours truly, Do Rock Creep. What's happening with all my people out there in the free world today? It is an absolute pleasure and a blessing to be back at this round table amongst family, my familiar people, man. Thank you all for taking the time out to come join me at this round table as I always call upon y'all to do so. I am back to give y'all another crazy prison story. You know what I'm saying? Now, this takes place it stars in the year 2003, Calipatria State Prison on the A Yard, right? I run into this guy by the name of Delinquent. You know what I'm saying? Now, Delinquent was from Long Beach, Rolling 20s Crip, right? Who happens to be the same guy that I'm gonna say allegedly assaulted Dr. Dre at the award show. You know what I'm saying? Some years back, right? That's well documented. Young Buck ended up stabbing that dude in his forehead with a fork or a butter knife or something, right? This same person is in prison with me, right? Now, his name hit on YouTube. You can research him as Jimmy Johnson or something like that, right? But I know him as Delinquent. That's what we all called him, Delinquent, right? So bam, I meet him 2003 on the A Yard in Calipatria State Prison. Now at that time, I was still rapping real heavily. You know what I'm saying? I was known for that. So anywhere that I went, you know what I'm saying, people would, want to hear me rap. So anyway, running to him, you know what I'm saying? And we have a conversation about some rap stuff, right? In which he was pitching his business to me as far as the music game go, right? Basically telling me that him and it was another guy there, right? I think his name was Neckbone, right? Older OG Pyru Blood out of Compton, right? Who had, from what I had heard back then, real big ties with Suge Knight, right? Suge Knight, of course, was the guy that ran Death Row Records. You know what I'm saying? Back when Snoop and Pac and the Dog Pound and so many others was at Death Row, right? So anyway, this blood dude, I want to say his name was Neckbone, right? Right. Him and Delinquent is running together. They was pretty tight. You know what I'm saying? They both was into music heavily, right? As far as trying to get in the industry, and they was going around trying to meet different people that was on their yard that knew how to rap and sing and all that, and was trying to get them to sign to whatever label that they had going at that time, right? So bam, that's what Delinquent had approached me with, right? So I declined. You know what I'm saying? I declined to deal with him on that level, music wise, right? In which I believe, after that conversation, he had walked away from it with like animosity towards me because I declined his offer to do music with him. Okay, now with Delinquent, he had a lot of action at the music room in Calipatria, right? The music room had like the keyboards and all that, right, up in there, all the sound equipment and all that stuff, right? So those was going in there making tracks, you know what I'm saying, and recording tracks. So bam, he was able to get up in there a lot of the times and basically control that area because he was doing the Muslim thing too, right? Him and the OG Blood dude, Neckbone. So being that he did that, he was always able to get into that area. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he was like the clerk up in there or something. You know what I mean? Of that area. You know what I'm saying? So anytime they would have their religious services, he would slide off into the music room and do his thing. And he pretty much controlled who was able to come in there and who not. I made it in there one time. I made it in there one time. I didn't get to do no music because it was like a number of people coming in and out, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a lot going on at that time. Dudes was fighting up in there, all kind of crazy stuff, right? So bam. After that one time, I never made it back in there again because, like I said, I felt like he had animosity against me. And it seemed like every time, like when the rap sessions was going on the yard, he would try to focus his attention on me, try to make it his purpose to rap against me, like make it a me and him thing, right? And I would shut it down. So, bam. Anyway, so we wasn't the best of friends or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, time go by, he get out, go home, and then a rumor come out, you know what I'm saying, that he had supposed to have got unalived at a party out there, right? Now you got to remember, you had a number of rolling 20 Long Beach rolling 20 Crips in Calipatria with me at that time that came and went, you know what I'm saying? But it was a whole lot of them, you know what I'm saying? And I knew all of them because I dealt with the main dude, the main one, you know what I'm saying? Which was C-Dog, Lil C-Dog from Rolling 20's Crip. You know what I'm saying? Him and Big Dan Tanner from Insane pretty much ran the Long Beach card there at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was a lot of dudes from Long Beach there. So anyway, none of the real rolling 20s that I knew that I had ran across that was there with me at that time knew who this dude delinquent was. You know what I'm saying? None of them had dealt with him on the streets. None of them had like no interactions with him or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. But all the other rolling 20s that was there, they all knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, time go on. You know what I'm saying? Let's fast forward from then because he ended up getting out, going home. Like I said, the rumor spread that he had gotten unalived at a party, at a house party. So bam, years go by. Well, I go to High Desert State Prison. Now, by this time, me being in High Desert State Prison, I had heard about the incident at the award show with Dr. Dre, somebody jumping up and running up on him and assaulting him, and Young Buck going to protect Dr. Dre ended up stabbing this person in the head with a butter knife or a fork or something, right? I had heard about that, but I had no idea that that was delinquent, right? So bam, I found that out. I found out that he was the person that they was accusing of that in High Desert State Prison. Now, when I get there, I'm up there with a number of Long Beaches. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of Rolling 20s there. You know what I'm saying? P Loke, Lil P Loke, and Lil Demps. You know what I'm saying? From Rolling 20s. It was a couple of more there too, right? So you know how you run into dudes, you talk and you talk about people. And I always wondered like about this dude delinquent. You know what I'm saying? So I had asked about him to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I found out not only was he the person, you know what I'm saying, that was accused of this stuff on Dr. Dre, assaulting Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, and Young Buck stabbing him in the head, right? But he wasn't dead. So bam, a couple of weeks go by and I hear little rumbles, you know what I'm saying, about this person that had just got to the yard from Rolling 20s that had supposed to have assaulted Dr. Dre. Right. So one of my boys from Insane was like, hey, Crip, look who here. One day we out in the yard, I'm working out. So the homie from Insane, like, look who here. So I turn around and I look, and this little black dude, this little ugly black dude, right, standing here, right, is delinquent. Right. So I'm like, I'm tripping because, of course, I heard the rumors like everybody else that he had got unalived and this and that. Then you hear he's alive. He had something to do with this. So I didn't know what to believe until I actually seen him. So I'm like, man, what's up, bro? So bam, we talking. You know what I'm saying? And I asked him just straight up, like, man, what's up with that situation with you and Dr. Dre, bro? Right? So he was like, he owed me some money, you know what I'm saying? And over some beats or something, right? He said Dr. Dre owed him some money and he kept getting on him about paying him and Dr. Dre was dodging, dodging, dodging. So, you know what I'm saying? He finally caught up to him and did his thing, right? So I'm like, wow. So He running down that story to me on how all that transpired. So I asked him, I said, who came to court on you? He said the only one that got on the stand and testified against him was Dr. Dre, right? He said nobody else. So bam, mind you, that case was still open, right? So when he got up there, this was in High Desert State Prison. When he got to High Desert State Prison, the person that he was in the cell with, I'm not gonna say that person's name, right? But he was a homie from Compton Crip, right? Um, I guess he had got word that this dude, delinquent, was supposed to have been snitched on Young Buck and was trying to for stabbing him in the head, right? And was trying to extort them. So they ended up paying him. They ended up paying delinquent, you know what I'm saying, to not tell on Young Buck. That's facts, right? But when the checks is coming in, the person that delinquent was in the cell with from Compton Crip extorting him. He already knew in the back of his mind, I'm going to try to get as much out of him as I possibly can because he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? So bam, I guess that's what he was doing because I had no clue that he was telling on Young Buck and was extorting him to pay him to not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that little time that he was up there in High Desert with me, that's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? But the only one that knew was the person that he was in the cell, which was the homie from Compton Crib, right? So next thing you know, and they told me that bro had extorted him, and then next thing you know, they stabbed him and got him off the yard. You know what I'm saying? And so after that take place, I'm tripping because years go by after that, right? And I look on YouTube and I see this dude in a video talking about that same situation, the delinquent guy from Rolling 20's Crip, right? And he's giving he basically the only thing I didn't see him speak about is Dr. Dre getting on the stand testifying against him. He told me personally, out his mouth to my ears, that Dr. Dre was the only one that came to court and got on the stand against him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that situation is what inspired delinquent to try to tell on Young Buck for stabbing him. You know what I'm saying? And then turning it into an extortion scheme. Right? Because that's what was happening. You know what I'm saying? And that money made all that go away. You know what I'm saying? And that dude, he got cashed out for that, man. But he also, he lucky he got away with his life in High Desert State Prison. You know what I'm saying? But they dealt with him how they seen fit to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? Got the money, then got him up out of there. You know what I mean? So hey, you know, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that little short story to y'all. You know what I'm saying about my run in with this guy. Like I said, I have run into a million people that's connected to a whole bunch of people that y'all would be like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, all facts, all truths, you know what I'm saying, is only gonna be spoken here on Swang Low. We're not bringing nothing, try to keep it as original as possible, you know what I'm saying? I know the popular thing is to run other people's content and commentate on it, and you know what I'm saying, that's to keep your numbers up and keep you in the algorithm and all that. I get it, I don't knock it at all, you know what I'm saying, but I just feel like since I ain't been in this space long, you know what I'm saying, I got to contribute something a little bit more pure and something that I can take and utilize as teaching lessons about these experiences, you know what I'm saying, that I had over the years in prison. You know what I'm saying? California prison, man, is like no other. You know what I mean? I promise you that. And it's, you got your prisons that's like that in many different states. You know what I'm saying? You hear about them all. You know what I mean? All the horror stories and you know what I'm saying, the deaths and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? All that comes with prison, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But to those that was able to walk through those storms, survive it, because really it's stories to be told in that because a lot haven't survived. I've seen a lot of people unalived in prison. A lot right there in front of me. It's no joke to see somebody alive and breathing and well 1 minute and then out of it the next. It really is. It's a trip, bro. And a lot of that occurs in prison. Again, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But that's the harsh realities of living in that environment and in that space. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always wake up, you know what I'm saying, with a smile on my face in the mind state of positivity because it's a blessing to be able to wake up. You know what I mean? For real, especially to be able to come to this round table and give y'all different testimonies about different things that I was able to see, witness, and luckily, you know what I'm saying, survive. Point blank period, you know. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get back to the rest of y'all day. I just wanted to bring that, you know what I'm saying, to the round table, you know, for my round table family to eat off of as usual, you know what I'm saying. But y'all take care out there, stay blessed, man, stay hydrated. Let the people that's in your life that mean anything to you know that you love them unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? We need more of that. You know what I mean? But on that note, I'm finna let y'all get up out of here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, you know what I'm saying, to anybody that you care about. You know what I mean? It's all for free. On that note, y'all take care. Till the next time, triple gang.